The top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
I mean, this is, gosh, man, handshake kind of a moment here to have literally one of the dopest and most legendary bands in the Z100 studio. Give it up for Shinedown one time, please.
Hey.
Yeah.
And
Zach, how you guys feeling, fellas?
Can we bring you with us everywhere?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh,
Like,
he's A1.
I was going to say, man.
Let's open up
Anytime
the
we
show.
walk in
I
a room,
walked
I just
in-
need you to introduce.
I was
us.
having a drub day. I feel good about myself all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Man, that's
As
what
you
Nashville
should.
does.
Let's go.
Permanent
I
hype man.
mean,
No, it's really special for us to be able to press play on your music, especially A Symptom of Being Human, because it's just like one of these songs that connects, and you guys have connected for years with your music, but now to have your tunes playing out of the speakers of one of the biggest pop radio stations on the planet, what does that mean for you guys?
definitely the biggest pop station on the planet. It's overwhelming on a lot of different levels. But the biggest thing is just thank you for giving us an opportunity and playing the song.
Yeah,
Really, to you all.
When this came in, we got real excited. That's like. That's
I got
something
emotional
that- yeah.
when we found out that we got the ad. Like I teared up and because it was such a massive moment for us to be able to be, played on this station. And we love this city and we've been touring and we've been a band for over 20 years and New York means so much to us. So to be played on Z100 is it's life-changing. It's groundbreaking.
Man,
Well, it's
that's
cool
what we're
for
here
some of us too because some people weren't familiar with you guys and your music.
That's
and
the beauty of it.
Absolutely, that's the
and
best
now
part
you're
about
next
it.
to Justin Bieber's and Selena Gomez's
Yeah.
and Dua
Love it.
Lipa's.
We've always looked at music as, rock and roll is a spirit, and
Yeah.
rock and roll is about a community where anyone from anywhere at any time is welcomed all the
and
time.
can participate.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it also should be, said too that, it's not just about, rock music, rap music, pop music, country music. It should be about all music.
just music.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
just
never
music.
wanted to be put into a box.
A
Now-
good song is a good song, no matter what genre it is. And
That
to
was
me,
gonna
that
be
speaks
the
to people. Yeah.
That was going to be the question is how special does it feel to connect through just music as it is, to know that it is pretty much one of those, it's that and food that we all
Yeah.
find some sort of way to.
It's the greatest job on the planet to be able to connect with people through music and watching people who maybe don't play music at your shows connect through music, who don't know each other, who all showed up for the same thing. It's
Yeah.
it's the greatest thing we could ever do.
This is so when you're on a stage and you're looking out into the crowd and you're you're obviously already dialed into those fans who have been there since day one for the 20 plus years, but you
Yeah.
see those new faces. What's that like from your vantage point?
I think a lot of times when we go out there, we always say 5 or 500,000 because we played for both. The dynamic more than anything is that, there may be people in the audience that have seen you, 100 times, but I guarantee you there's a lot of people in the audience that are seeing you for the first time. So you never want to go halfway with any of it. You also have to remember something. In this band that we're in, we only have one boss. It just happens to be everybody in the audience. And whether they've been there from day one or they're just kind of finding out who we are, they ultimately are the ones that decide whether you stay or whether you go. So you always have to be real and be authentic. And that's what we try to do. I think that's why the shows keep getting bigger. And I think that's why the audience knows that we're going to give you everything we got.
God, to hear him say that, like seriously, that's who you're playing for. Really,
Yeah.
it's
100%.
Yeah.
Good
And there's
Lord.
somebody in that crowd that has been waiting to hear one of those songs their entire life. So it's like you can't go out there and be like, "Oh, I'm tired of playing this song." No, man, it's the fact that we get to do this for a living is exciting in itself. To get to do it in front of people who still show up there's no greater gift to us.
And we love seeing how there's so many ways you guys can connect with your audience. I know you guys are going in on Instagram
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
videos and TikTok.
TikToking now.
Yeah.
It-
We had our first real viral moment at the beginning of the year with Sound of Madness and Lori, and then for some reason horses really like us. There's that whole thing
Crazy
that happened.
viral TikTok with a horse just like going
Yeah.
like
Like,
this.
Vibing to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not? We're for everybody.
yeah. We're definitely for everybody.
Well, where I really connected is when you're
The
talking
animal
about
kingdom really digs us.
Oh, dang, you gotta make your way to Disney. No, but what I loved hearing is that you're a huge fan of Miley Cyrus. and you've been listening
1,000%.
to her
Dude, that
music.
record was, I wore that out last year. I love the fact that she's, who she is. I can't believe, though, this year at the Grammys, I was taken back when she was on stage and she changed the lyrics to Flowers and was like, I just won my first Grammy. I was like, wait a minute, that's her first Grammy?
It connected for you at that moment.
Well, I just was like, this woman has been a part of pop culture and just completely reinvented herself multiple times and has always been very who she is.
I definitely thought she had won one before.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
it blew me away. But again, I just think she's rad. She's very, she knows what she likes and she knows how to evolve and she knows, to be able to have a record like that. She didn't want to tour, not being disrespectful to anyone. She was just like, I don't want to tour. I don't want to do that right now, but I spent a lot of time on this record. I needed to get this record out. And it was like her most successful album.
You know what it speaks to? Exactly what you said a couple of minutes ago, the authenticity.
Yeah.
Being true to who she is, who you are. It's being real, open, and vulnerable with your lyrics. And that's what, afforded her this moment at this time for this to be that particular record that really has everybody dialed in. So,
Absolutely. This far into her career, having a record like that, it's rare.
Yeah.
To be this far in and like that's your defining record now, like probably the best record you've made up to this point, this far into your career. That's hard to do, man. So shout out to her.
Go with it.
She did a Bob Dylan cover one time on a Bob Dylan tribute record, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever heard anyone do. It's so good.
It's safe to say Shinedown or
Miley's
Miley's
out here. Well,
yeah.
just how we love Miley, there's so many people who are obsessed and love you and the band. We have one of your biggest fans here in the room, Miss Alyssa. Come here.
Girl.
You have,
Come on,
yeah,
AP.
Yeah, real quick.
You're part of the family.
Are we putting Alyssa on a mic right
Yeah,
now? I love this.
I'm so into this.
What's
You
your
have
question?
No idea. I'm so into this.
What's your question, big fan?
All the stats. The stats.
Okay.
Let the world know.
I want everyone to know that Shinedown has the most number ones, top fives, and top tens in active rock radio history by a landslide. Not even just like slipping over the finish line. They are multiple songs ahead of any other band on that chart, and they've had 31 singles, and every one of them has charted at least in that range, which pretty much unheard of, right?
We're
And
going to
even
bring her
now-
with us everywhere.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Now-
Yeah,
hey,
we're both there.
I'm
The whole
stat
room's
girl.
coming.
Both of you.
Listen,
Both of you.
I'm the iHeart stat girl, so like, even with Symptom, this is an incredible thing to see because this is a multi-format hit, number
That's
one
it.
multiple weeks at active,
Yep.
top 10 right now at all. It went top 15, how do you say, and now a huge debut on top 40, even being the second most added behind Beyonce a couple of weeks ago, right? So
Which was nuts
is
when
bonkers.
that happened.
Yeah.
Game changing and life changing for a band like this to have such a new audience and to see the audience react the way they are. So I really just met them about 7 months ago and became the biggest fan on the planet when I dug into the catalog and realized
Meant to happen.
not only is the music incredible, but the nicest people with the greatest message that I've ever come across in 30 years at iHeart. So that's it.
Dude.
These are my guys.
To know that this
Yeah.
is that
You
record.
guys, I mean, that alone, just
No.
hearing that, like, what does that even mean?
It's amazing. She's been authentic from the day that me and her talked on the phone for the first time, going back like 7-8 months ago. And, iHeart has been such a champion of this band, for the last 20 years as well. But to come in and really give us an opportunity and really champion the band and do it to the level that she's done it and really exposing the band to all these new people, you don't find it every day. We're very lucky.
But you know what? When you dig in on all the comments on their social, YouTube, everywhere else, it's all
You see
about
it.
you've changed my life, you've
Yeah.
saved my life, you've affected my life. Like what this band means to people and how their music touches people and saves people.
That's what music
Like,
is
great
supposed to
music's great
do.
music, but when you read that level
Yes.
of reaction and like even to change one life or save one life is amazing. But when you see how many people are saying this, I mean that's kind of huge and pretty extraordinary.
Why this song for you? Like, what does it mean in your heart to have this be the one? Like, you know what I mean? She said the catalog is deep, but this song, what does it mean to have these lyrics resonate?
I think the song was a gift in a lot of ways, and you don't always get a gift. And what that is a song that writes itself in a lot of ways. It utilizes you as a vessel because it's necessary. I know that when we wrote the song, I remember thinking back, a couple of days after it was written and listening to it and thinking to myself, I needed this song, and I think again too, the whole point of the song is to remind everybody that we're on this planet together and we need to build each other up and we need to be there for each other. And look, you're allowed to have as many human moments as you need in your lifetime. That's why they call it life. It's a journey. But we're all a work in progress. So I think that's why it's resonating with people, because it is authentic. But I think the song is important, and I think that's why people, it means something to them.
Yeah.
And being able to hear your music on the radio, like how cool is that still from the first time you heard a record to now hearing it on Z100?
I get more stoked about it every
Yeah,
single time it
especially
happens.
especially on this station too. To hear it on this station when you've heard about this station for so long, it means a lot. It means more now than ever. I think being this far into our career and getting to still hear ourselves on the radio is amazing.
Well, let this be the beginning to an amazing Z100 Shinedown relationship.
Let's go.
Hey, let's
The
go.
foundation.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's like seriously.
Let's
dude.
go,
It's gonna
man.
have to be because we're taking you with us.
Yeah,
so.
Hey, I know, hired both of you.
We're going on the road.
And you know
I mean,
the fact that we're here in New York City, you guys have played here and you have a long history with New York. How
Yeah, and
special
the
is New York
buzz and
for
the
you?
energy and just everything.
Yeah, it's a great.
It's the greatest city on the earth.
Love being here.
see, come on, fam. I mean, mic drop moment. I mean, we're playing this. I'm looking at the computer screen here. We're about ready to play the record. So,
Let's
I mean,
go.
it's one of these special moments that we get to share what music is really supposed to do or be for. And the fact that Crystal and I get to press play on a lot of those songs, yours in particular, that just truly connects for all the right reasons, coming to meet you all and knowing where
And
your
the
heart
band
is at.
in general, I mean, hearing the word shine down, what do you guys want people to feel when they hear your title band?
Just to be open-minded about music in general. I mean, I think another thing too for Z100, you know, the rock and roll community appreciates what you guys and girls are doing here. It goes back to it should be about all music, giving us a platform and giving bands that maybe wouldn't normally be looked at in a top 40 market or a format. Make it about the song. Allow the song to resonate and allow the people to decide.
Damn it, man.
Wow, on that, I mean,
Yeah,
thank you
yeah,
so
that's all I
much.
got-
Thank you so much for the
So
love
thank you for
and
giving
the
us the
presence.
opportunity. We
Of
appreciate it.
course.
Thanks for
Ladies
having
and
us.
gentlemen, this is Shine Down.
Come on now.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.